I think we're live right now. Let's check this out. There you go, my friends, and thank you for watching this late live broadcast. But I got an email today, and I decided to share this subject with you guys and actually develop on it. I've never thought I was going to be talking about tattoo apprenticeships, but I got an email today from someone that is supposed to be an apprentice, and this person can now verify where he was working at. And as some of you know already, we only sell to licensed tattoo artists, and there are various of reasons of public domain already of why most reputable builders will now sell to people that are unlicensed or can now verify that they're working under the supervision of a tattooer, or even better, someone that is not capable of performing a tattoo. So this email from this guy, young man, he was 19 years old, and he mentioned that he felt betrayed by a company that he looked up after. He follows us on Instagram, and he likes what we do, but he's pissed off because he cannot purchase a tattoo machine from us. So this guy cannot verify where he works, and I explained to this person, look, listen, as long as you're working under a supervised a mentor or tattoo shop, there's going to be no problem, selling you the gear. So to make a long story short, I decided to put this video together and kind of like address what do I think about tattoo apprenticeships, how do I think that people should approach apprenticeships, and are apprenticeships something for everyone? Now with the popularity of TV shows, tattoo TV shows, a lot of people want to become tattoo artists, where, back in the days was something that wasn't a fad, right? And these days it seems like more and more people want to become tattoo artists. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with getting inspired to become something. But the truth of the matter is that I see a lot of people actually not understanding what it takes to become a tattoo artist. Tattoo artist is not something that you pick up and you leave if you don't like. A tattoo artist is a lifestyle. To become a tattoo artist is a craft. It's kind of like going to school for something that you really want to go and you really want to invest, big portion of your life to become someone good at what you like. And this is something that a lot of people these days don't understand. They think that to become a tattoo artist is simply picking up a tattoo machine or getting the best tattoo machine out there and getting some practice skin and doing some little drawings and be done with it, and then you're ready to start tattooing people. And I gotta say that to all those artists, enthusiasts that want to become tattoo artists, that this is not the case. To become a tattoo artist, first of all, you have to be an artist. You have to have the art down to a science, because ultimately we're going to be putting art on people, and usually you cannot erase tattoo when you mess up. So not only that, you have to understand that you are going to be working with a living human being. You're going to be dealing with pathogens. You're going to be dealing with cross-contamination, and you have to understand your situation before you can become a tattoo artist. So a lot of people, think that just picking up the machine and start tattooing at home or something is something that it's okay. And it's not okay. And this is the reason why we do not sell to tattoo artists that do not work at tattoo shops, or tattoo artists that can now back up their work with actual, facts. There are a lot of tattoo artists from a lot of parts around the world, including myself, that, when I started, first of all, in my city, there was not a tattoo shop. So if you wanted to become a tattoo artist, you actually have to first, get tattooing to be accepted by the city, by the county, and hopefully at some point they are going to allow tattoo shops to be legal. But these days, in most countries where tattoo is such a big thing this day, there's no need for you to cut corners and actually take matters into your own hands, because ultimately you're going to be tattooing a living human being, and a lot of things can go wrong. So a bad tattoo can end up in someone inheriting a disease, just like hepatitis B, C, HIV, and some other bad stuff like MRSA and other things that can actually mess you up. So how do I approach an apprenticeship? Okay, these days, with with the availability of resources on the internet, it's very easy for someone to actually look up a couple of equipment and try to buy them online and get started. But this is the wrong thing to do these days. I mean, it was always wrong to do it that way. These days, the best thing to do is actually work on your art. That's the first thing that you're gonna have to do. If you wanna become a really successful tattoo artist, you can start today from the comfort of your home with pen and paper, with paint and brushes, with color pencils and paper. This is the best way to become a really great tattoo artist. You're not gonna learn how to tattoo and then learn how to become an artist, because to become a tattooer, you have to be an artist already. And if you don't have that part of the equation already figured out, well, then you could put a pause on seeking for an apprenticeship and work on your art. Once you are able to put really good work, you're going to be able to compose a portfolio of a lot of paintings, a lot of drawings, sketches, and things that can show someone that you're a person that has the talent to be taught to perform your craft on people's bodies. So if you were thinking about becoming a tattoo artist, ask yourself, do I have the talent that it takes to become a tattoo artist? Now, talent is just one of the things that you're going to need. The other thing that you're going to need is a lot of commitment. This is something that you have to do. Either you are 100% or don't do it at all. If you want to become a really good tattoo artist, you're going to have to be willing to give it all. Tattoo artist, to becoming a tattoo artist is not a hobby. Becoming a tattooer is not something seasonal that you do it during the summer when you need some money and then you forget about it and you go and do something else. When you're talking about becoming a tattoo artist, you're talking about becoming someone expert at working with people's body and dealing with people's blood, and someone at putting great art on the skin. Ultimately, customers want to have a mark. They want to have a beautiful mark in their body that is going to last forever and something that they're not going to regret. So I am going to read some of the comments because already I see like a bunch of comments here in the chat, and I'm going to handpick one of the comments because I'm not going to be able to go through all these comments. So we have the usual suspect here, Robert Webb. Will Bailey say, finally got a live chat. No problem, man. How's it going? Everything is going well. So let's see. Let's go at the bottom. So Amador say, is it true that you can use the same needle on tattoo several black people, but you need to sterile for white because all black? This is something stupid. I mean, of course, we have people like always trying to use our time for knowledge to do something stupid. And this is what I do. I hit the block button right there, and that's it. I forgot about the person. So we move on to another person. Okay, here's my friend and FKI and Pro Team artist, Dino Cook. Thank you, Dino, for catching me late this time. Dino Cook is a great tattoo artist. So Dino, feel free to to help me out with this topic. Guys, feel free to ask Dino a lot of questions because he's a guy that I looked up after when I was actually being a tattoo artist. When I actually wanted to improve my art, I used to look at Dino Cook's website, and he's a very, very, very inspiring person. So moving forward, let's see. Robert Webb says the same thing: draw, draw, and draw, and that's basically what it takes. It's not 100% what you need to become a tattoo artist. Drawing is just a piece of the formula. To become a tattoo artist, like I mentioned before, you have to really be committed to become a person and that is going to deal with people's body, but also you have to make sure that you're going to have to make a lot of sacrifices. And this is something that I don't think a lot of people understand these days. I don't think that people understand the fact that to become a tattoo artist, probably you are going to have to struggle a little bit. A lot of the times you're going to have to work under someone that is willing to teach you, and that person is spending their valuable time hoping that you are going to become a great tattoo artist. Now, the other thing is that why you have to work on your artwork, well, it's very simple. You have to actually become a person of interest for someone that knows tattooing in order for this person to teach you. So if you come with crappy work to a tattoo shop, most likely you're going to be wasting someone's time. Nobody wants to train a tattoo artist that does not have great art in their portfolio. So the first thing to do is to actually be honest with yourself. Am I a good tattoo artist? Am I a good artist? Am I able to draft my designs with proportions? Do I understand color theory? Do I know how to use paper, pencils, brushes, paint? If any of those questions is no, I would tell you that you're not ready to become a tattoo artist. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to discourage people from becoming tattoo artists, but what I'm trying to do in here is for those young guys that want to become tattoo artists, and not even young, you don't have to be a kid to become a tattoo artist. You could be in your 30s and your 40s and still manage to become a really good tattoo artist as long as you're willing to give it all, as long as you have the time, and as long as you're understanding that there is a commitment that is going to take place in order for you to become that person. So, back in the days, it was kind of like a given. If you wanted to be a tattoo artist, you were going to have to scrub toilets. You were going to have to deal with shop duties. And again, a lot of shops are still following that culture. When I have my first apprentice, he actually helped me to set up. He actually welcomed my customers, make sure the shop was clean, make sure that I had what I needed to tattoo, and in exchange he was watching me tattoo. In exchange, I was giving him a tip. I was actually teaching him about the setup, teaching him about blood-borne pathogens, and doing a lot of things for this guy for free. I mean, he was doing tasks for the shop, but this relationship did not actually end up very well, and that goes to another topic. There's a reason why a lot of tattoo artists don't want to teach apprentices. Just like there may be assholes mentors, there are asshole apprentices. And we hear of this every time. Yesterday we were doing a live broadcast, and this is actually one of the reasons why I'm also doing this live broadcast, aside from that email that I got today. But a lot of people were also experiencing, bad deals with, teaching someone how to tattoo. So you guys have to understand that sometimes you may actually reach to someone's door that have been burnt by another apprentice, and you can now blame this guy for not wanting to teach you. So the best thing is to be super humble, have determination, make sure that you have a strong portfolio, make sure that you draw. When your friends are getting wasted doing drugs, doing bad stuff on Saturday night, you are supposed to be drawing. You are supposed to be paying your dues. You're supposed to be putting time on what you really want. If you're not willing to sacrifice that time, if the party is more important than the drawing, if the drugs are more important than the portfolio, if hanging out with your homies is more important than actually drawing, well, then I can tell you that might as well just keep doing those things, because the word great tattoo artist, the phrase great tattoo artist, entail greatness. And greatness is not something that you can freelance or do in your spare time. Greatness is from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to bed, and again from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to bed. So remember this: becoming a great tattoo artist entails becoming a very professional person that is willing to commit and is willing to surrender to do things that probably you're not gonna want to do, like, for example, scrub floors, scrub toilets. And I guess if that's what it takes to become a tattoo artist, you just be it. Now, I'm not going to say that every single shop this day works this way. This is a little bit more of the old school mentality, and perhaps if you're interested in traditional tattoo and your mentor is an old school mentor, well, you're going to have to deal with his old school ways, and that's the way it is old school. Old school entails that. Perhaps you may be training under a younger mentor that he may have different points of view. What it matters is to respect your mentor and to actually listen to the mentor. Now, another problem with tattoo apprenticeships is like when to pick a good mentor. How to tell that a mentor is good? Well, once again, this goes with being very familiar with your art. If you're a really good artist, you can tell if a tattoo artist is a shirty tattoo artist, or if a mentor is a drug addict, of a guy that is nothing but problems and does not stand for quality in art. So this is the reason why it's very important that you're familiar with art. To be a great artist can tell a great tattoo. You don't have to be a tattoo artist to tell that a tattoo is great. You don't have to be a tattoo artist to understand that color saturation at some point. You don't have to be a great tattoo artist to tell that a portrait looks realistic, that blends are smooth. And you don't have to be a tattoo artist to realize that your mentor is a clean guy that works under a professional environment. So becoming an artist first is very important, because you may shoot yourself in the foot if, number one, you're not a good artist, and number two, you're apprenticing under someone that, instead of like wanting to teach someone, is looking for a slave, to help him run the shop. So that's why it's very important. Let me actually go back to the chat and read some of the comments. Wow, there are so many. So Dennis Carbuccia, what is the best way to ask for an apprenticeship at a shop? Thank you for your advice. Well, obviously, if no one came to you already, you're going to have to do your part and walk with your portfolio and knock on doors. So the best way to approach someone is actually, like I mentioned before, compile a good pile of artwork. Do as many and as thick as possible, and have only the best things. Have nothing but greatness in that portfolio. You have to overwhelm the person, and you have to actually show this person that you have the talent, that with a little bit of guidance, or how many years he thinks it's going to take you to become an artist, you're actually an asset and you're not wasting his time. I think in my situation, my apprenticeship, I feel like I wasted my time trying to teach someone, but and I'm not gonna get into the details, but would I apprentice someone? Maybe, I don't know. I would have to think about it, because I was burned by an apprentice. But and again, we all have different experiences. Probably I would consider it, and I will be more diligent with the type of apprentice I take. So don't be mad at people that don't want to teach you. If you really have the art and you really are committed to do it, just move on to the next shop, okay? Move on to the next door and introduce yourself to as many people as possible. These days, there are more shops than ever before. So the fact that you can now find an apprenticeship, knowing that you have a great portfolio, is just a matter of time until you land. And now, if you've been turned down by a lot of people, one thing to ask to this guy is like, why you don't want to apprentice me? And be honest. You gotta ask for honesty, because I think that I'm sorry, my eye is itching. I think that honest mentors are going to tell you, well, the reasons why I don't want to apprentice you is because probably you right now stink like alcohol, or I don't think your portfolio is strong enough for me to even waste my time teaching you, or perhaps you don't seem to be committed, or perhaps I just don't like you. So ask for that honesty and take it as a constructive feedback, and work on those things. Work on the things that make people turn you down. So if the art wasn't there, then work on the art. That's the first thing. It's very rare that a great tattoo artist is going to let a great, amazing, groundbreaking artist. Usually street shops, and usually artists that have the time will not let you, fly by just like that. I would probably want to train someone that I think may be the next guy. And again, usually I like to deal with people that are better than me. So that's the other thing that you have to understand. A lot of mentors are going to want to see someone, some mentors don't like other people to succeed. But in my case, I like to see people succeed. I would now want to work with people that are less than me. I would want to work with people that I can learn from. So, a mentor could also learn from you. You could be an amazing artist with so many secrets, with so many color theories and tricks and a bunch of tricks under your sleeves, that you can become an asset to the shop. And this is what you have to work on. And again, a lot of people, may be asking right now, and how long is this going to take? Well, it may take years. It may take 2 years, it may take 3 years, it may take 10 years, it may take half of your life. but it takes what it takes for you to get there. These days, we want great tattoo artists. These days, we want responsible tattoo artists. Being great is not enough these days. Being great at art is not enough these days. You have to be a responsible person. You're gonna be dealing with human beings, and this is the reason why, I decided to put this video together. This is the reason why we chose not to sell to people that can now back up their speech, not because we are, elite or anything like that. We just don't want people to hurt other people with our equipment. It's that simple. If you are an apprentice, okay, be ready to submit proof of verification. Have your mentor get on the phone with us, show your shop's website. We are gonna call your shop. We do it every day, We may not check everyone because obviously we know a lot of people in the industry. So a lot of the orders that we get, all we have to is just YouTube it or Facebook it or Instagram it and make the connections, email, name of the person, and stuff like that. But once you don't have anything to prove that you are professional tattoo artist, and by being professional, you can be an apprentice and still be professional because you're working under a professional environment. So you may not be the greatest tattoo artist yet, but you're on your way to be a great tattoo artist. So this is the reason why we do not sell to anyone. This is the reason why we have turned down this person that seems to be very, very furious because he thinks that because he's a fan of the brand and the tattoos that we post and the equipment, he's entitled to a tattoo machine. And that's not the case, guys. And this is going to be the case with most reputable tattoo companies that choose to actually run their business this way. I really respect this way of doing business. Since day one, we have done business this way, and we're going to continue doing so because I think this is what separates us from the rest, from those that are here for the money, from those that are here for a quick bucks, and for those that don't care about the future of tattooing. The future of tattooing is in the hands of great tattoo artists, of great responsible tattoo artists, and this is something that you guys have to understand. I'm going to move forward with more comments, and let's see. What is better for beginners, rotary machines and coil machine? This is Rakesh Surush, and I hope I'm mentioning your name and last name right. The best equipment for beginners, it's called pen and paper. That's the best machine that you can get. It's called pencil, it's called pen, it's called color pencil, it's called a brush, it's called paint. Those are the best tool for apprentices. Those are the best tool for people that want to begin. Those are the first tool that you should use until your mentor or an artist with guidance tells you what to use. Yeah, a lot of people may not want to hear this, but that's the plain reality. If you do not spend the time to perfect your art, you're going to be nothing but a substandard artist. And no one wants to be substandard at something. And if you would like to be substandard, well, the industry doesn't need substandard people. This, I think that tattooing has grown so much because of the amount of knowledge that's being shared in a contained manner. It's not a matter of just teaching all the secrets to everyone. This goes to another subject that I would also like to address. A lot of people are saying that, you guys are giving way too much information live, but this content is entailed to be for our customers, for our fans, and we kind of filter the things that we say in this live broadcast, because I agree. We are not going to teach you how to tattoo from start to finish. And again, someone that has no clue and thinks that picking up one thing here and there, they're ready to start tattooing, I'll tell you again, you are completely wrong. And I tell you to put down whatever machine you have and go back to the pencil, go back to the hard work. Now, the title of the video, I believe, is The Real Hustle, Tattoo Apprenticeship, The Real Hustle. I decided to label this episode The Real Hustle because tattoo apprenticeships are a real hustle. You're going to struggle, like I mentioned before. You are going to have to sacrifice probably your job. You probably are not going to get paid, or you're probably going to pay very, very little. You probably are going to have to sacrifice a lot of time. A lot of people, like a lot of friends that I know, they have sacrificed career to become tattoo artists. I know of a lot of, artists that they actually drop out from university, drop out from school to become tattoo artists. Now, I don't encourage anyone to drop out school. I think that if you manage your time, you're going to be able to go to school and become a well-formed human being, and also put your time at the shop and learn that craft that you much love. So regarding the best tattoo machine for apprenticeships is called pencil, it's called brushes, it's called paper, it's called watercolor, it's called color pencils. What, baby? Face skin. I mean, you can mess around with face skin, but again, that is something that probably you're gonna do once you are ahead on your learning, and your mentor is gonna tell you, look, listen, before you tattoo a banana, just tattoo a face skin. I mean, that's what I would do at least. But don't buy a machine and start tattooing face skin, because that's gonna tempt you to actually go ahead and think that the face skin is just like skin. It's completely different. I've tattooed on face skin. Actually, I tattoo almost every day on face skin, because that's what we use to test our machines every single day at the shop. We use different variations of face skin. They'll have different textures, and that's what we use to beat the machine against. So face skin is just a bare reference, but it's something that will not give you a clue about tattooing. That's that. Let me actually go back and move on to some question. Wow, there's so many people live right now. This is awesome. And thank you guys for watching this episode. It was going to be kind of like a little rant, and then I'm like, you know what? I can actually make out of this something very positive that can help a lot of people, because when this topic arises, a lot of people, turn other people's down. And I'm a guy that I'm here for, for the right answer. I mean, at least the right answer under my knowledge. And everyone is deserved an explanation. Everyone should get the right way of how to do things. And I think just to tell someone, go fuck off, you are an apprentice or you are wannabe, I mean, it's kind of like it's not the way I do things. So first of all, if you're really honest about this, you're really willing to do it, these are the right ways, at least in my knowledge, to do so. So work on your art, be ready to sacrifice a lot of things. Be ready to actually manage your time. Managing your time is going to be very, very important. And be as sober as possible. Okay. And again, some people may disagree with me, but you can only play guitar drunk or something like that, once you are really a master, But the problem with tattooing is that you cannot perform this craft under the influence. It's completely illegal, and party time should be left for partying, not for tattooing. Let me go back to the chat right now. What else? So Juan Reeves said, if you cannot be patient enough to wait until you're properly taught, you shouldn't think about tattooing. Tattooing is so much patient, and it's true, man. I know of a lot of people, and for example, my apprentice, he couldn't wait, until I thought he was ready to learn more to start tattooing, and this person decided to take matters into his own hand. And I don't know, I haven't seen this guy since then, but those are the wrong ways to do it, And again, you're going to have to work with a mentor that is a man that actually has, his skills and his art together. Because, yes, there are a lot of mentors that really take advantage of people. And I think that is as fucked up as apprentices taking advantage of mentors. So, be wise, be diligent with who you pick to be a mentor. Perhaps talk to people that know tattoo artists, or talk to a tattoo artist that know another tattoo artist that may want to take you as an apprentice, and kind of like get references as well. It's not all about you kind of like surrendering to whatever you get to get in, to get in the door. It's actually, a little bit of a business mind. Who is it going to be the right mentor to teach me? Of course, you can only get that picky when you're really, really good. So that's why I said again, work on your art. And there are things that you can start doing right now. You can actually take courses for bloodborne pathogens online. There are a bunch of videos. A lot of health departments accept those as a form of kind of like training. CPR, take seminars. There are a lot of seminars. Red Cross gives a lot of seminars. So make sure to go to redcross.com. Also check with your local State Department. And make sure if they're having some, free stuff. They give a lot of free stuff, and those are really good seminars to actually take. In fact, I actually took one several years ago in person. It was very, very, very informative. I mean, nothing that I didn't know already because I've been in this industry for a while, but I actually liked the way it was put together for those new tattoo artists that were there. It was very well explained with videos, with slides, and giving different scenarios, what happened if you don't do things right. Let me go back and answer some other question right here. A lot of people are saying it's disrespectful to our craft. Yeah, it is disrespectful to our craft. Just to come and expect things just because you want to learn that someone has to, grant you the apprenticeship. So it's I think that apprenticeships are even more sacred than going to school, because for a lot of careers, basically anyone qualifies as long as you pay the fee and you go and do it, right? But with tattooing, there are schools, unfortunately, but there is not something that you should go and just take it for granted and just take a stab at it. Make sure that you want to become what you say you want to become. Make sure that you really want to be the top tattoo artist. Make sure that you want to be great, the greatest. Now, wanting to be the greatest and becoming the greatest, well, there's a huge, long way right there. So don't expect in a couple of years, tattoo like Nick Hurtado, or tattoo like Livgin Kanish, or tattoo like Bob Tyrell. Don't expect that. But again, don't get discouraged if you're not there. All that means is that you're on your way there. All that means that there's a lot more ground to be covered. Go back to the chat right now. Dina Cook says, gotta be sober. Okay, so Big Tone says, I'm currently an apprentice, and I'm sure that you're doing it the right way, man. So kudos to you and congratulations. What else? So, let me read some of the older comments. So Oliver Gomez is saying, are people welcome about offering apprentice? I will soon start knocking down all tattoo shops near my area for an apprenticeship. And again, like I mentioned before, Oliver, make sure that you have the ammunition, because the last thing you want to do is actually make a fool out of yourself. And again, don't take this with disrespect, just take the honest feedback, Go there with a plan, go there prepared, go there to impress. Now, what else? Okay, Christopher Ombai say that before becoming a tattooing, he used to use watercolor, Sharpies, blah, 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 and draw. So yeah, man. Let's see what Dina Cook has to say. He says, some people are intimidated around others they find to be more talented. I love it. They thrive being around people better than me. It inspires me and energizes me. Yeah. And another thing, Dino, is that a lot of people that are not that great right now, but they have the foundation, they have the art, they feel intimidated to make a fool out of themselves. And you're only going to make a fool out of yourself if you are completely under-prepared, if you are not ready with your artwork. That's the only thing that you should be afraid of. But don't be afraid of walking up to a tattooer and being a complete newbie, okay? That is okay. Again, as long as you can back it up with work, mentors, they want great artists. They want people that can put great art already on paper. What else? Someone says, this is Prestige Body Arts. By the way, thank you for watching us again. This guy is always on every single live broadcast. Much respect for you, and thank you for your time, first of all. Now, he's saying, a professional tattoo artist, there is nothing harder than any teaching bad habits. Oh, yeah, definitely agree with you. And he's saying also, I personally dislike when someone comes to me for an apprenticeship and says, I've been tattooing for about a year and now I want to learn how to be. Oh, yeah. Yes, I've heard those. I got those walking into to my shop. To all those that don't know, I used to own 3 tattoo shops in South Beach. I started with one shop. That shop got smaller. I needed to house more tattoo artists. I opened another one and another one, and finally I sold my shops to dedicate 100% to FK Iron. So like I mentioned before, sometimes in life, you're going to have to surrender to things to become something great. And I wanted to be a good machine builder and tattoo. So I have to choose to do something good, and I chose to be a machine builder. Am I the greatest machine builder? Of course I'm not. I have a lot to learn. Every day I go to FK Honors, I learn something new. Every day someone teaches me something new. All these people right here in this live broadcast always teach me something new. At conventions, I always learn something new. And I think that's what I love about this industry, that every day is a learning curve. Every day I am going to become better than yesterday. And this is, a gift about tattooing. With a lot of crafts, you don't have that flexibility of becoming better every day as you do things more and more and more. And again, there are a lot of crafts, and without disrespect to other crafts, but there are a lot of crafts that to me are boring. The world needs people that do things that we don't like, because tattoo is not for everyone. That's the other thing. That's something that I wanted to mention. Not everyone wanting to be a tattoo artist will qualify to be a tattoo artist, nor should be a tattoo artist. A lot of people say you're born with talent. I don't think you're born with talent. I think that you work your ass off towards something that you really believe, and then you become a talented artist. There may be people that they are born with, that side of the brain a tiny bit more developed than others, but I think that anyone willing to put the time, anyone to pay dues, anyone to give it all for something they really feel strong about, they can become great at. Again, as long as, you have two legs, and some people with no legs are amazing tattoo artists, so discard that. And I have friends that are in wheelchair and they're amazing tattoo artists. Again, this goes to show you what I just mentioned. Goes to show you that to become a tattoo artist, you have to want to be a great tattoo artist and be able to do so. What else? Let me just drink a little bit of water. Prestige Barty will say, Gaston, you've done it. You wanted to be the best tattoo machine builder, and here you are. I'm not the best. I'm not the best machine builder. And again, thank you for thinking so, but I'm not great. I have so much to learn. In fact, the more I work, the more I realize that I know not enough. And that goes also with tattoo artists. I see this tattoo artist that they show me their work and they start criticizing the work, and I hate this, and I'm like, bro, that's freaking awesome. Yeah, but I can relate to those people. The worst critic is a very honest artist. That's the worst critic, because they're usually very harsh with themselves. I am that way. I always know that after I'm done with something, I could have done it so much better. But why is that? That is because we've learned. We enjoy the process. We got to a point, and by the end, the painting or the tattoo is over, you learn a lot more. After that tattoo is done, you're a better tattoo artist before you started that tattoo. And this is why it's so important to actually take this serious and appreciate every moment and go to work for the right reasons. And let me correct myself. Go to work. I don't go to work, and I think that any tattoo artist that feels like they're going to work, the work for me, it's like struggle. But like a struggle that's not necessary, like something that you don't want to do, At least that's the way I take it when people say, oh, I gotta go to work. Usually when people talk about work, and these are people that they're not happy with their careers, they say, I gotta go to work, man, I hate my boss, I hate this, I hate. Then, man, it must suck to be some of those people. And we're very fortunate, the ones that are in this industry, that can actually go to a place that people call work to actually do what we love to the most. And that should be the main focus, for apprentices. You should actually enjoy every single bit of the process of becoming that talented tattoo artist, enjoy from home. So I'm going to jump in the chat, and then I am going to finish this live broadcast, because I've been live for how long? Let me see, where's the time? I don't remember. I've been live for a while. So what else? Anti-Somnio said, practice sound repetitive, but it is repetitive what makes it effective. And it's true. A lot of the times, people have to draw things over and over and over, or do tiny kanjis. And I don't want to do kanji. But you know what? If you're an apprentice, take what your mentor gives you. I've done kanjis. Do them. Do as many of them. Be the best kanji tattoo artist and move to something different. You gotta start somewhere. You gotta crawl before you can walk, and then run. So take him. I've also heard from a lot of people, oh yeah, my boss, he puts me to do a bunch of stencil. He puts me to do a bunch of kanjis. He gives me all the work that he doesn't want. And what do you expect? Do you want him to give you like a hyper realistic portraits? Do you want him to give you like super color saturated in jobs that entail a lot of knowledge? No. Take what you have to take. Treasure that moment and learn from it. Tomorrow, once you have done hundreds or thousands of those, you're going to move on to new things and things that probably are going to be more up your alley. But until you really become very familiar with the craft, after you became a really good tattoo artist, you're going to find your niche. And this is another reason why I think it's very important to get the art nailed down before you become a tattoo artist, because perhaps you already have a style in your paintings and your drawings, and probably that's what is going to make you different. That's probably what's going to make you the next big name in the tattoo industry. So, at first, like I mentioned before, you may have to do things that you don't want to do, but you may become this new guy that all of a sudden put together this new curve of tattooing, this new style. And that's why it's very, very important to understand the art. Okay. Here we go. We have AOG. Oh shit, I dropped out of school to become a tattoo artist. Carla Bernal said, I'm self-taught artist doing good tattoos. I know if I had a really good mentor, I know I could be a great artist. Look, it is what it is. And like I mentioned before, back then, and depending where you live, apprenticeships don't exist, So you do what you gotta do, but these days there's no need to actually take things matters in your own hand, because right now there are so many shops, man. And if you don't find a shop in your city or a reputable shop in your city to teach you, maybe you have to move somewhere. And that's something that a lot of artists do. A lot of artists, they actually make the sacrifice of moving elsewhere in order to become those artists that they want to become. So if you have to do that, man, if you want it bad enough, do it. What else? Yep, Juan Ruiz said, don't be a rock star, be humble to learn. The day you feel you know it all, that's the day that tattooing stuff becoming fun, So enjoy every bit of the journey. Yeah, not easy, man, not easy. For those quitters, tattooing is not for you. For those that don't like to put time, tattoo's not for you. For those that have other priorities that are not really constructive and does not entail the family, or things that are really, really important, tattoo's not for you. For those that are here for the money, tattoo's not for you, definitely. If you think that you're going to become a tattoo artist because the money's good, well, here's the thing. Reality is going to bitch slap you in the face, and it's going to teach you a very, very, very hard lesson that you don't go into anything, but at least you don't go in this craft because of the money. That is the reason why, that is the real reason to become a tattoo artist. And most likely you're gonna be a horrible tattoo artist, because someone that wants to become a tattoo artist and is a great artist, the main driving force of letting them take this decision is the art itself. The art is what propels them to move forward to other canvases. Doing it for the money, it's what most horrible tattoo artists are doing these days. And we have plenty of shops around the world that are putting horrendous substandard work, cutting corners everywhere. Usually those great tattoo deals, come from this type of artists, because really good tattoo artists is always saturated with appointment. It's always saturated with request, and also depending where you live. But great tattoo artists, they get to pick who they want to tattoo. And again, it may take some time to get to that point, so don't think that if you are good and you're not already there, don't get discouraged. Perhaps it's gonna take a little more time. And one of the things that I've learned when I was trying to really step up my work, and to all those that want to see some of my work, just search Gaston Siciliano tattoos in Google. You're going to see some of my old work. I don't have like a formal portfolio anywhere. I have them like in a bunch of websites, like Tattoo Now. I have a little portfolio there. I have another one in a UK website. And one thing that I'm going to recommend you guys do, something that I really sucked at all of my life, was taking really good pictures. I started taking pictures of my tattoos when I got my first iPhone with a camera. So, and again, this is another subject for another video, because I'm going to be putting a video about taking pictures for tattooing with a couple of minimal gear to get great pictures. But again, that's another subject. So let me read a couple of the comments right here. This guy says, and I owe it all to my amazing clients. Yeah, man, definitely clients, and the people that trust us are the ones that help us, propel our caliber of work to the next level. I'm really thankful for my customers. Right now my craft is tattoo machines. I tattoo, here and there. I tattoo at conventions. I don't tattoo for a living. I make tattoo machines for a living, but I've been tattooing since I was 15 years old, probably professionally since I was 19 years old, 17 years old, something like that. So I enjoy, various aspects of tattooing: the machine building, the tattooing, the convention, the friends, the hangouts, the everything that has to do with tattoo. What else? AOG say, I haven't realized how committed I was to this until I've been ditching friends and fun just to draw. And of course, man. What else? The Vanity say, Gaston, hats off to you, brother. You say a lot of things are 100% on point. The tattoo community should really thank you, man. Here's the thing. A lot of people are afraid in this industry to speak their mind. I'm not afraid to speak my mind because I'm being honest, and I think I am very reasonable with the way I approach subjects. And there are a lot of people that are going to disagree with me. I'm sure that after this video is done, a lot of people are going to disagree that I even did this video. But I don't care, because this is what I think. And I know that I can help a lot of people, and I can refrain a lot of people from making the wrong moves. And again, like I mentioned before, a lot of people come to us and want to buy equipment. They don't understand why we wouldn't take their money. And this is the reason. We are a company that we're completely driven towards the future of tattooing. I've invested a lot of time of my life and a lot of resources and to build this, to make it really serious. And we are here today for this industry to make it better. We're not here to take advantage of the industry. This is an industry that a lot of people are taking advantage. A lot of people are here for a quick ride. And again, those are the ones that are here for the wrong reasons. And usually what comes up really fast comes down as well really fast. So if you want to be, again, a very good tattoo artist, remember this type of things. It's very simple. Be committed, work on your art, be humble, be healthy, be sober, and just respect others, and take all feedback, good or bad. Take it as positive, learn from it, and don't give up. Keep trying. And again, work on your art first. So guys, thank you so much for watching this live broadcast. And to all of you that probably try to buy a machine and have been turned down from customer service, I understand the reason why. And if you don't understand, well, at least I did my best for you guys to understand why we do not sell to unlicensed or people that can now back up the work with great work. Very simple. We really care about this industry, and all these people that have joined this chat today care about this industry. and we should keep it this way. So guys, thank you so much for watching this episode of FK Irons Live here on YouTube. Feel free to share this video. Thank you to all of those that actually have reshared the video already, and I'll see you guys again in another episode here from the studio, FK Irons. Take care.